Disney's live-action Snow White remake just dropped straight into the box office dumpster.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness, but the Queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty.
What did you say?
With a shocking $43 million US opening and a brutal 1.9 rating on IMDb, even the normies are asking, what happened to the magic? Was it the casting, the radical rewrites, or maybe it was the studio's desperate attempt to force modern ideology into a fairy tale that never needed fixing? Why did Disney feel the need to reinvent Snow White into a girl boss who doesn't need saving, when the original story was never about weakness to begin with? And seriously, did anyone actually ask for a remake without the prince, the dwarves, or the charm? Join me, dear viewer, as I dive back into the raging dumpster fire that is Disney. Before we dive in, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button, and if you really want to make sure you never miss out, ring that notification bell too. It'll help us break through the YouTube algorithm and keep this channel growing strong. Disney's live-action Snow White remake, which aimed to modernize the classic tale by emphasizing Snow White's empowerment and altering the traditional love story, has faced significant commercial and critical failure. The film opened with a mere $43 million in the US, far below expectations and previous Disney remakes. It received a 1.9 rating on IMDb, one of the lowest ever, with criticism focusing on casting choices, particularly the casting of a non-white actress as Snow White, narrative changes, and perceived alignment with woke culture. Despite the negative reception, some enterprising YouTubers such as myself were curious to see the film due to the controversy in and of itself. Discussions online have highlighted debates over the film's approach to diversity, its fidelity to the original story, and its overall execution in all the worst ways possible. Even the normies are starting to complain about the lazy race and gender swapping. What we ended up with wasn't a bold reimagining. It was a lifeless lecture wrapped in a $200 million budget. Snow White is no longer a character with heart and innocence. She's now a cardboard cutout of empowerment, spouting lines that sound like they were written by a committee of Twitter activists. The prince? Erased. The dwarves? Replaced with a bizarre group of magical forest companions to avoid offending anyone. But in trying to offend no one, Disney managed to alienate just about everyone. From longtime fans of the classic to casual moviegoers just looking for a good story. No one seems happy with this remake. But hey, who needs charm, romance, or coherent storytelling when you've got the message? Because apparently, the key to reviving a beloved fairy tale is stripping away everything that made it beloved in the first place. Don't worry, folks. Snow White doesn't dream of love anymore. Now she dreams of being a CEO or, I don't know, overthrowing the patriarchy with forest animals. And if you're not clapping like a trained seal at every awkwardly inserted girl boss line, well then clearly you're the problem. It's not the writing or the wooden performances, or the fact that the entire film feels like a very expensive Tumblr post come to life. Nope, definitely your fault, dear viewer. Audiences, of course, loved it. And by loved it, I mean they fled theaters faster than Dopey on a caffeine high. The IMDb score dropped to 1.9, which is honestly impressive. It's not easy to unite people across the political spectrum in shared disappointment. Social media lit up with reviews like unwatchable, painfully cringe, and my personal favorite, this movie made me apologize to the original cartoon. You know you've really nailed it when even people who wanted to like the movie come out saying, okay, but what was that? Disney somehow managed to make a film so tone-deaf, even normies, people who once clapped at every live-action remake like it was a new iPhone launch, are finally asking, wait, are these movies bad now? Now, to be fair, yes, I said fair, Zegler's performance wasn't actually the worst thing on screen. Look, say what you will about her off-camera behavior, and trust me, we will. But the girl can sing. She's been taking voice lessons since she was 12, and it shows. Her vocals were one of the few elements that didn't make me want to claw my ears off. So no, Rachel Zegler was not the problem. That honor goes to Gal Gadot, who somehow managed to give a performance as the Evil Queen that was both painfully stiff and unintentionally hilarious. She looked like she wandered in from a perfume commercial and just stayed. The Evil Queen is supposed to be seductive, sinister, and commanding. Gal Gadot, bless her heart, delivered all the menace of a mall mannequin. And don't even get me started on her singing voice. Actually, was that singing? Or just breathy whispering set to music? But just when you thought the film itself was the biggest mess, Rachel Zegler stepped up and said, "Hold my pumpkin spice latte." At Disney's D23 event, instead of hyping up the magic of the remake, she used her moment on stage to throw shade at the original film again, basically calling Prince Charming a creepy stalker and implying that Snow White didn't really need saving. Because nothing says Disney princess like completely disowning the legacy of, well, Disney princesses. Then, just to add whipped cream to the controversy sundae, she posts Free Palestine on social media, right in the middle of Disney's carefully crafted global PR campaign. Bravo! Nothing like biting the hand that feeds you, eh, Rachel? And to add insult to injury, live tweeting it for clout. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but maybe, just maybe, don't torch the billion-dollar mouse house while you're still living in it. And let's be honest, this isn't just a Snow White problem, it's a full-blown Disney identity crisis. From the Marvels tanking at the box office to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Dumbass, Disney has been on a losing streak that makes you wonder if there's a sabotage squad working from the inside. They keep pumping out reboots, sequels, and reimaginings that nobody asked for, then acting shocked when audiences don't show up for the cinematic equivalent of cold leftovers. It's like they're caught in a loop. Take a beloved classic, remove the charm, inject some corporate-approved messaging, and slap $1 billion marketing budget on it, then cry foul when it underperforms. At this point, the House of Mouse isn't selling magic, it's selling homework with a CGI budget. So what are we left with? A studio that once defined childhood wonder, now fumbling through focus-grouped scripts and identity checklists, hoping nostalgia alone can carry the weight of bad writing and worse execution. Snow White could have been a chance to respectfully modernize a classic without insulting the original, alienating the fans, or turning the Evil Queen into a shampoo model with stage fright. But instead, it became yet another reminder that when studios put messaging over meaning, audiences notice. And they're not just noticing, they're walking away. If Disney wants to find its way back, it might need to stop lecturing its audience and start listening to them again. You know, like it used to back when the magic felt real. Until then, dear viewer, the dumpster fire still burns, and I'll be right here with marshmallows. But what do you guys make of all this? Did you see Snow White? Did you survive it? Or did you, like me, find yourself watching the original just to remember what joy felt like? Please do let me know down below in the comments, and as always, hit that like button, ring that notification bell, and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okie dokie.